Score another win for the scientists and another L for Elon Musk. A team of scientists has sent data faster than Starlink using adaptive optics. And what is adaptive optics? Adaptive optics is software that's been engineered by astrophysicists to take data from telescopes based off of the ground and compensate for atmospheric distortion. So when we have our ground-based telescopes, like the Keck telescope in Hawaii, we are looking at an object in space, but we have to look through huge columns of air in the Earth's atmosphere. And this air is not static, it's moving. Of course, it has wind speeds, but it also has different densities because there's different temperature gradients and all kinds of things. And this always affects the image quality. So if we're looking at an object through the atmosphere, it's going to be more and more distorted, especially when we look through more atmosphere. And you can observe this effect yourself. If you look at, say, an object like the moon, and it's close to near the ground, when you're looking at it, you can see that it's much more distorted, and that's because all of the light that's reflecting off the moon has to travel through more atmosphere than, say, if it's way up above. Okay, so what this adaptive optics software does is it cleans up the image that I'm actually looking at, and the image is the light. But light is just another form of data. That's what we send our internet data as, is light. The photons carry information. That's what makes the internet go around. So this team of scientists has brilliantly employed this adaptive optics strategy for satellites sending signals. These satellites are located very high up, and they have to go through, even though they're in space, there's still significant amount of distortion and things, especially when it's going down below to like a ground target. And so the adaptive optics helps clean up the signal and causes the faster data transfer, because instead of the information getting scrambled by getting spread out diffusely, which is what this atmospheric distortion tends to do. Think about your cell phone signal and it getting like kind of staticky sounding. That's an effect. The atmosphere can do that to your signal too. Weather can do that. It makes your signal staticky. So this adaptive optics gets rid of that effect. And this was engineered originally by astrophysicists, but now it's being put into commercial use. And this is just another illustration of how scientific discoveries eventually often find commercial applications. The most famous example of this, of course, being the internet, which was invented by scientists at CERN to send data faster to different locations. They had no idea that it was going to end up being the transformative business tool of the late 20th and 21st centuries. But anyway, it has been. And so this is another example of how the short-sightedness of administrations like the Trump administration cutting funding for science is slowing down progress. And here we have a team of scientists in China picking up the slack and making discoveries, because these discoveries are being halted here because of funding cuts, because of people who are not scientists like Donald Trump, who are not very bright, and they don't understand what the future could be. They're only thinking about gold and simple things. And yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more amazing physics content. I'm an astrophysicist and a researcher, and I do a lot of work with dark matter. I just published a new paper on dark matter. You can check out my my website, which I have, I'll post here in the video. You can see it down below, danielmcewen.github.io. And it's a very new website. I only have one blog post, but you're free to jump on and you can post comments, which I will have posted, and I'll answer questions if anybody has questions about the papers too. And the papers are actually on my website as well. Okay, great. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.